among the lions. My soul dwells, I dwell amongst ravenous beasts. Men whose tongues are sharp as swords, with spears and arrows for teeth. Be exalted, O God supreme, above the heavens so lofty. Let your glory be over all the earth's countries. They have set a net for my feet. My soul is bowed down in misery. For to trap me they dug a pit, but they themselves have fallen into it. Oh God, my heart is fixed. I will sing and play music. Lyre and harp, awake, awake my soul to sing God's praise. I will awaken the dawn among the nations. I will raise hands to thee. I will play on instruments among the nations. I will sing praise to thee. For your great love reaches to the heaven high, and your faithfulness reaches to the skies. May you be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory over all the earth shine. Under the shadow of your wings, for refuge I will flee, until these calamities have passed over me. Selah.
The first reading is from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, starting at verse 10. When you make your neighbour a loan of any kind, you shall not go into the house to take the pledge. You shall wait outside while the person to whom you are making the loan brings the pledge out to you. If the person is poor, you shall not sleep in the garment given you as the pledge. You shall give the pledge back by sunset, so that your neighbour may sleep in the cloak and bless you. And it will be to your credit before the Lord your God. You shall not withhold the wages of poor and needy labourers, whether other Israelites or aliens who reside in your land in one of your towns. You shall pay them their wages daily before sunset, because they are poor and their livelihood depends on them. Otherwise they might cry to the Lord against you, and you would incur guilt. Parents should not be put to death for their children, nor shall children be put to death for their parents. Only for their own crimes may persons be put to death. You shall not deprive a resident alien or an orphan of justice. You shall not take a widow's garment in pledge. Remember that you were a slave in Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you from there. Therefore I command you to do this. When you reap your harvest in your field and forget a sheaf in the field, you shall not go back to get it. It shall be left for the alien, the orphan, and the widow, so that the Lord your God may bless you in all your undertakings. When you beat your olive trees, do not strip what is left. It shall be for the alien, the orphan, and the widow. When you gather the grapes of your vineyard, do not glean what is left. It shall be for the alien, the orphan, and the widow. Remember that you were a slave in the land of Egypt. Therefore I am commanding you to do this.
Second Canticle for this evening is on the screen, and we'll say this responsorially. I think that's what we're doing anyway. Anyway, join in the bold bits. In the shadow of your wings, I will sing your praises, O Lord. The Lord is my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the refuge of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? In the shadow of your wings, I will sing your praises, O Lord. One thing I ask of the Lord, one thing I seek, to dwell in the presence of my God, to gaze on your holy place. In the shadow of your wings, I will sing your praises, O Lord. I believe I shall see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. O wait for the Lord. Have courage and wait. Wait for the Lord. In the shadow of your wings, I will sing your praises, O Lord. So we have our second reading, and that will be followed by the song When Israel Was in Egypt's Land.
The second reading is taken from Acts, chapter 28, starting at verse 1. After we had reached safety, we then learned that the island was called Malta. The natives showed us unusual kindness. Since it had begun to rain and was cold, they kindled a fire and welcomed all of us round it. Paul had gathered a bundle of brushwood and was putting it on the fire when a viper, driven out by the heat, fastened itself on his hand. When the natives saw the creature hanging from his hand, they said to one another, "This man must be a murderer. Though he has escaped from the sea, justice has not allowed him to live." He, however, shook off the creature into the fire and suffered no harm. They were expecting him to swell up or drop dead, but after they had waited a long time and saw that nothing unusual had happened to him, they changed their minds and began to say that he was a god.